Yo, what it do? It's Semiato, and you know what I'm here to talk about GTA 6, man. We here, baby. We here. The game is officially on its way. So, November 19th, we cooking. Now they just released the prices, and the prices are $80 for the regular standard edition, which I guessed already. So that's cool, no problem. Ultimate edition is $100. All right, that ain't that bad actually. $100, especially if you look at a lot of these other games and what they be charging for the Ultimate Edition. That is not bad at all actually. So here's my gripe: there's no physical version of this game coming out at all. Well, there's one coming out at launch. Well, now I don't know if it's at launch or I think it's post launch, but allegedly it's not going to have a disc. So even though you might be, you know, willing to wait and get a physical, it won't matter because it ain't gonna have a CD. So, what used to be lit back in the day was like the midnight launches and shit. And I was at GameStop for Grand Theft Auto 4 and Grand Theft Auto 5 for midnight release. 4, I was actually still in high school, so I actually had to go to school the next day, and I still went to the store that night and got the game. So I do miss that, and I was kind of looking forward to that, but no CD, and I don't understand why. Like, Rockstar is not like they don't got the resources, but I think I do understand why at the same time. So this is my guess on why they're not gonna let CD versions of this game come out. So if they would have did it the way where you have to download it anyway with the CD, I would have been pissed off anyway. So the fact that it's just a code to me is like, I know the play here, and it's not because Rockstar is greedy and they're trying to triple dip specifically, even though they are greedy. But I'm not saying this is specifically the reason why they're doing this. I think the real reason is leaks. So Grand Theft Auto 4, when it came out, it had a physical edition. Now, I bought the regular version of that game when I was a kid. I didn't get like no collector's edition or anything like that. And the CD was on the streets at least about 2 weeks before the game came out. So if you had any type of in to like any retailers, or you had somebody that maybe worked at GameStop or something like that, like an employee or something, and they already had a game in the stores, but the fact that it was like maybe 2 weeks to launch, week to launch, people were already playing the game. And it happened with Grand Theft Auto 4, it happened with Grand Theft Auto 5, and it even happened with Cyberpunk. So I'm thinking the reason why they're not releasing a physical disc is simply because they don't want nobody playing the game before launch. I think that's like, as boring as that sounds, I think that's really the only reason why they're not doing it. So later on later on they might end up, making a physical version of the game, collector's edition, and people that are enthusiasts will probably rebuy it, you know what I'm saying, just to have a physical copy of the game. Like right now, I don't have my physical copy of Grand Theft Auto 5 because I bought it on PS3. Even though I still have a PS3, I don't have the game no more. I sold all my games with my first PS3. So I think I have like 2 games on PS3 now, maybe. And that's literally like one of the only consoles that I did not go back and buy a whole bunch of games for, because even though they're not as accessible as PS4 games or even PS2 games, the reason why I don't have a physical collection of that game is because I didn't play much of my titles on my PS3. Like, the PS3 kind of had like a resurgence towards the end of its cycle, and a lot of good games started to come out towards the end. But majority of the PS3 life cycle was basically what Xbox is doing now, and it had no fucking games. The only thing they really had to me for real was Metal Gear Solid 4 when I was younger. So And that's the only reason why I really wanted my PS3 in the first place, because I couldn't play Metal Gear Solid on 360 back then. So I was like, man, I need to get the PlayStation. And eventually when I did, that was like one of the first games I got. I got that, Naruto Ultimate Ninja Storm, and I think some other shit eventually before like The Last of Us came out. I played Uncharted and shit like that. So shit that wasn't out on 360, I just went straight for those games. And you know how that works. But yeah, man. I think that's really what it is. I really think that's really what it is. I think that Rockstar is just scared of people leaking the game early. So, in order to combat that, I think the reason why it's digital only, it's not no greed thing. I think it's literally just to protect the game from being leaked. That's it. So, honestly, me personally, am I going to, let's say if they release a physical edition of the game and it actually has the CD inside of it with a book and a map and all that good shit, and they give you like some swag bags and some extra shit, I'll probably still buy it later on, because I bought Grand Theft Auto 5 at least 4 times. So if I done bought that game 4 times, I can buy fucking Grand Theft Auto 6 twice, especially if I love the game. And from the leaked pictures, I mean not leaked pictures, but from the pictures that they released today and the first 2 trailers, I'm excited for this game. So the graphics and the detail looks freaking like next level. Like, I don't know whether the game is going to push it to the limit like they're going to do it. And the people that are mad about the Ultimate Edition having like cosmetics and stores locked behind it, I understand your grievance, but honestly, I said Grand Theft Auto was going to be like $100 anyway, like in my mind. So you're already paying $90 anyway. Like, after you pay tax on the $80, you're paying $90 anyway. So if you want the full experience, if you want the cosmetics, you want the chop shop, you want the extra tattoos, you want to be able to dress like vintage 80s style and shit, go and buy the Ultimate Edition. Even though Rockstar is fucking us in that situation, because I think on the last Ultimate Edition it had like extra weapons and stuff. So at least it's just cosmetics for the most part, even though I think there is some weapons in there too. Never mind. So I'm tripping. I think they got like a revolver and maybe like a SMG or some shit. So that might be exclusive, and a pistol too. But those might just be cosmetic. The gun might still be in the game for free. It just might be the variants that they're showing that you can only get with the Ultimate Edition. But to be real with you, I think this ain't really much different than anybody else that been putting out games in the last like 5-6 years. Everybody kind of do like the 2-way thing where you get your standard edition, then you get the complete game for X amount of dollars. So I'm used to already paying over $100 for a lot of the games that I'm interested in, especially if it comes with something that I want. Fighting games, for example, I always buy the battle pass because I know it's gonna have extra characters and shit like that. So this ain't new to me. I'm not surprised. Actually, I'm surprised at how cheap the Ultimate Edition is. I thought it was gonna be like $150 to be real with you. So for the fact that it's $100 and only $20 more, and it comes with nothing but cosmetics, if you are bitching about it, don't buy the game. But I know I'm still going to buy it day one download. Unfortunately, I wish there was a physical edition, but I'm not going to cry or bitch about it, because honestly, it seems like the world is going away from the physical media. I'm a dinosaur. I'm old. Call me what you want, unk, whatever. But I prefer physical games, because let's say all this shit goes out, internet, infrastructure, for days, weeks at a time, you can't play your game, period, unless you own a physical copy of it. That's the only way you'll be able to play it. Now, I know if the world was going straight to hell, that'd probably be the last thing you're worried about is playing the game. But I'm just saying, if the internet, or you don't have access to the internet for whatever reason, that is a big deterrent for a lot of people just having digital media. And Sony done proved to us already that having digital media isn't the way to go. Like, you can literally have bought movies, games, and all that stuff, and you don't truly own it. You're just renting it, and that's it. Like, not saying that I own anything in life, because I really don't. I'm broke. I'm a poor person. I have don't have much of anything, to be real with you. But at the same time, I still like to own my media. I got anime, books, DVDs, Blu-rays, games of stuff that I loved. I might not even look at half this shit half the time. It's just shit that I felt like I wanted and I got it, just because I'm a fan, of whatever said intellectual property it is. I'm a fan. So hopefully, later on, Rockstar do drop a physical edition. Because if they do, I probably cop. But if it's only going to be this digital shit when there's no CD, or it's just a code or a CD that only it needs online in order to work, I'm straight. I won't buy it. And it's no need for me to own a physical disc of it, because I didn't own a physical disc of the last game. And I don't have a physical of 4. I don't have a physical of 3, 2, or San Andreas or Vice City. I don't have no physical Rockstar game. You know what I'm saying? So, but there's one thing I'm hoping for is a trailer soon. Now, what I'm excited about is the fighting physics, where the fighting system is in this game, because I want to know if it's going to be more akin to the Warriors, when you're actually able to do stuff more than just square, dodge, square, dodge. I wonder if they really flush that system out in this game. So if they made it more like a beat 'em up a little bit when you come to fighting, that would be dope. Gunplay, I hope is more akin to Max Payne. I hope Max Payne is the archetype they're using in order to make the gameplay for that as well. So I hope we get a trailer. If not today, hopefully by next week. You know what I'm saying? So, but it sucks. If anybody's really bitching about, the physical part, I'm with you. I'm 100% with you on that. This shit is ass. I'm mad it's not going to be a midnight release. Well, it is probably going to still be one, but I'm not going to go to one, because if there ain't no fucking disc in the system, what's the point? You feel me? I could just download this shit off off Sony when it comes out. You feel me? So I had that shit preloaded. Matter of fact, so as soon as it hit midnight, I'm on that, and I'm not probably gonna leave the house for like a week after that. So I'm gonna fuck with y'all, because this shit is crazy. I'm really, really disappointed, but at the same time, still excited. So I guess I'll catch y'all motherfuckers later. Peace out.